and speak to the human experience. And
Were you reading romance novels?
And I had never read a romance novel.
Never?
And she said, just trust me, read it. So I read it, and by the end of the book, I couldn't even read the text on the page because I was crying so much. My wife was in bed
Ryan
next
was
to me,
extremely anxious, particularly about being away from Blake Lively. His anxiety was so intense that, according to Justin, when they first communicated, Blake seemed determined to make him the real-life villain of her story. Defendant Blake Lively has left them with no choice but to set the record straight in response to Liv's accusations, while also shedding light on the allegations Lively herself has made against Bonnie, who is both the film's director and the person she claims created a toxic work environment and attempted to ruin her reputation. I can personally attest to this because when I was an intern at Glamour magazine, working under an editor, I was told that the most difficult and rudest person she had ever worked with was Blake Lively. In a stunning twist that has sent shockwaves across social media, rumors are swirling that Marvel has made an extraordinary decision to cast Justin Baldoni as the new face of Deadpool. Even more shocking, these rumors suggest that Ryan Reynolds, long celebrated for his pitch-perfect portrayal of the wisecracking, red-suited anti-hero, was caught off guard by the announcement and is not pleased about it at all. Among fans, this has been framed as Reynolds losing it, a dramatic reaction that highlights the depth of disappointment and disbelief felt by those who have followed his journey as Deadpool. While some claim that Marvel has already confirmed the decision behind closed doors, no official statement has been made public yet. As a result, the internet is flooded with discussions, debates, and even conspiracy theories about how such a massive shift could have happened and why it might make sense from Marvel's perspective. For the longest time, the idea of anyone other than Ryan Reynolds donning Deadpool's mask seemed unthinkable. When Reynolds first brought the character to life, he transformed what was once a relatively niche Marvel Comics persona into a full-fledged cultural phenomenon. Fans were amazed by how seamlessly Reynolds' personality aligned with Deadpool's sarcastic tone, fourth wall-breaking humor, and rebellious attitude. The first film's massive success only reinforced what many already suspected, that Reynolds was the only actor who could truly embody the merc with a mouth. A highly successful sequel followed, further cementing his place as the definitive Deadpool. Under these circumstances, the notion of recasting should never have even been a topic of discussion. And yet, according to a sudden wave of rumors, Marvel has supposedly decided to do just that. Justin Baldoni, best known for his work in television and as a director, has reportedly been chosen to take over the role. The rumor suggests that the decision was influenced by an incredibly
It's believing that people and humanity are inherently good. And they crave nutritious food in their soul, just as they do in their bodies.
Feud between It Ends With Us stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni is now threatening to pull in Taylor Swift. After her name surfaced in court documents, Baldoni's lawyer says he could depose the star singer. And now a new $7 million lawsuit's been filed, this time against Lively.
Defendant Blake Lively has left them with no choice but to set the record straight in response to Liv's accusations,
when I failed.
while also shedding light on the allegations Lively herself
the director of It Ends With Us says he can prove
both the film's director and
the actress,
person
and he
she
didn't try
claims
to
created a toxic work environment
things are
and
getting
attempted
messy
to
for
ruin
Blake
her
Lively.
reputation.
Justin Baldoni and his legal team have a few choice words for her. Basically, they're calling her a liar.
I was told that
After
the most
Blake filed a
difficult
lawsuit
and
accusing
rudest
Justin
person
of
she had ever
harassment and
worked with
misconduct,
was
he and
Blake
his team
Lively.
fired back within
In a
48
stunning
hours,
twist
saying
that has
that's
sent
not what
shockwaves
happened,
across
and
social
we've
media,
got the receipts to
rumors
prove
are swirling that
Since
Marvel
Justin
has made
took
an
legal action
extraordinary
against Blake and her
decision
allegations,
to cast
it's
Justin
been one blow
Baldoni
after
as the
another
new
for her,
face of
Ryan
Deadpool.
Reynolds,
Even
and
more
everyone
shocking,
else
these
caught in the
rumors
drama.
suggest that
Now
Ryan
Justin
Reynolds,
is dropping
long
text
celebrated
messages
for his
and
pitch-perfect
behind-the-scenes
portrayal of
footage,
the
and according to his
wisecracking,
lawyers,
red-suited
they're just
anti-hero,
getting started.
was caught off guard by the
Time
announcement
progressed in
and
this
is not
film.
pleased
She
about it at
decided
all.
that
Among
she wanted to
fans,
be a
this
producer.
has
She
been
started to
framed
make
as
edits.
Reynolds
She
losing
wanted
it.
to be part of the
A
editing
dramatic
team. There
reaction
were
that
people
highlights
hired,
the
like
depth of
human beings,
disappointment
actually
and
hired to
disbelief
do the
felt
editing
by
job,
those who have
who
followed
had
his
done
journey as
work
Deadpool.
as editors. She
Now,
While
for
some
those
claim that
who
Marvel
may not
has
have caught
already
up on the
confirmed the
drama,
decision
things are
behind
getting messy.
closed doors,
Justin Baldoni,
no official
along with
statement
Jimmy
has been
Heath,
made public
Wayfair
yet.
Studios, and
As a
his
result,
publicist,
the
first
internet
sued
is
the New
flooded
York
with
Times,
discussions,
the outlet that
debates,
originally
and
published
even
Blake
conspiracy
Lively's
theories
allegations.
about how
But that was
such a
just round
massive
one.
shift could
In the
have
second
happened,
lawsuit,
and why
Justin
it
went
might
after
make
Blake
sense
and
from
Ryan
Marvel's
Reynolds
perspective.
directly.
For the
And this
longest
is where
time,
the Game
the
of Thrones
idea of anyone
references,
other
Taylor Swift
than Ryan
drama,
Reynolds
and some seriously
donning
shady
Deadpool's
text
mask
messages
seemed
come into play.
unthinkable.
Justin's first
When
lawsuit
Reynolds
claims
first brought
that
the
the New
character
York
to life,
Times worked with
he
Blake to
transformed
twist
what
the
was once a
narrative,
relatively
cherry-picking
niche Marvel
evidence and
Comics
leaving
persona
out key
into a
details to make him
full-fledged
and his
cultural
associates
phenomenon.
look bad. According
Fans
to
were
Justin,
amazed
when the New
by
York
how
Times reached
seamlessly
out before
Reynolds'
publishing,
personality
he and his
aligned
team
with
told them
Deadpool's
Blake's
sarcastic
side
tone,
wasn't true,
fourth
but the
wall-breaking
article still
humor,
ran,
and
and
rebellious
Justin believes
attitude.
it was part
The
of a
first film's
months-long
massive
effort to push
success
Blake's
only
version of events.
reinforced what
He
many
even
already
alleges that the
suspected,
Times rushed to
Reynolds
publish the
was the
story
only
2 hours
actor who
early
could
to
truly
control the
embody
narrative.
the murk
Are
with a
you
mouth.
saying that
A highly
they
successful
got
sequel followed, further
changed
cementing
copies
his place
of
as the
the
definitive
communications, or that they changed
Under these circumstances,
the
notion of
communications to
recasting
remove
should never have even
emojis? Are you
been a topic
blaming
of
the New York
discussion.
Times for doing
And
that?
Yet, according
I'm
to a
blaming the
sudden
New York
wave of
Times for
rumors,
participating
Marvel has
with
supposedly decided to
Blake
do just
Lively's
that.
publicists
Justin Baldoni, best known for his work in
engaging
television
in this
and as a
campaign.
director, has
And as for
reportedly
Blake,
been chosen
instead
to
of
take over
suing
the role.
anyone directly at
The
first,
rumor
she filed
suggests
a
that
right
the
to sue
decision was
letter
influenced
with the
by an
California
incredibly
Civil Rights Department, basically
I'm honored, and I'm also more honored that because, what we're talking about is so important and so meaningful, that we're able to have this much anticipation, and so many people want to go see it and are talking about it. That's what I'm grateful for.
And you had a key part in bringing it to the big screen. How did this all come to be?
Well, in 2019, I read the book. I was sent the book by my book agent and friend at the time, and I was
Under that
looking for
assumption,
films that
executives
could
might have concluded
inspire,
that a
that
completely
were commercially
fresh take
viable,
was
but also
necessary.
could really reach in. And
Another
touch
rumor
somebody's
points to
heart.
potential legal complexities behind the scenes, suggesting an unresolved issue in Reynolds' existing agreements. Some even claim that Reynolds' alleged frustration stems from Marvel's attempt to exercise contract clauses that allow them to recast if certain conditions aren't met. However, the specifics remain unclear. No one can pinpoint exactly which conditions might have been triggered, leaving fans to debate whether the entire rumor is either wildly misinformed or missing a crucial piece of the puzzle. Adding to the speculation is the way the fan community is reacting to Baldoni himself. Many appreciate his previous work, praising his sincerity, dedication, and thoughtful storytelling approach. They acknowledge that he could bring a fresh perspective, possibly evolving the Deadpool franchise into territory no one expected. Others, however, remain fiercely loyal to Reynolds, questioning whether Baldoni has the comedic timing or overwhelming fan goodwill to fill such big shoes. The online discourse is deeply divided. Some fans are intrigued by the possibility of something new, while others argue that recasting Deadpool is nothing short of cinematic betrayal. Social media platforms are flooded with heated discussions, and some fans have even declared they would boycott any Deadpool film that doesn't feature Reynolds in the lead role. Another crucial factor to consider is the broader Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, and how Deadpool might fit into it in the coming years. With the expansion of multiverse storylines, unexpected cameos, and a constantly evolving roster of heroes, Deadpool's irreverent humor could be a goldmine for deconstructing traditional superhero tropes. Losing Reynolds, who has proven masterful at meta-humor, risks missing out on the comedic synergy that fans have been eagerly anticipating. Yet, those in favor of Baldoni suggest that a fresh start could open doors for new comedic angles. They argue that while Reynolds' portrayal was iconic, any role can evolve under a different performer, potentially blending humor with fresh emotional layers. After all, superhero recasts have happened before. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Through this whirlwind of speculation, no credible source has provided definitive evidence that Baldoni